tell us how iClick works, first of all.
First of all, thanks for having me. iClick is a leading advertising technology company in China. We have built, the first programmatic marketing platform which connects with most of the publishers in the China market, including search engine, portals, and mobile apps. With such a coverage, we can build over 5 million of the audience profiles in China. And all these audience profiles are not just limited to demographic and geographic data. We also can tell advertisers on the interests, users, and purchase behavior.
Okay, so if you're a brand and you want to enter China, let's say, they come to you and say, well, how can you design a digital marketing, well, I guess, service, which is, at the end of the day, going to hit all the right demographics and hit the right trends?
Yeah, for example, we are working with a lot of the cosmetics companies with audience profiles. Cosmetics advertisers, they can target specific the fashionable young female web users who's living in Shanghai or any other like tier 1 cities in China. The targeting is very precise. So as a result, the advertising wastage is largely reduced.
So you then essentially are trying to build a brand that way and reinforce the brand, I guess.
Yes.
By hitting those the key demographics that you need to, that the client wants.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Well, so let's just talk about some of the trends then happening right now in this space. What are you seeing?
Digital advertising is definitely, the uprising, the up and rising trend, despite, the cooling economy. Because when we look at the market, we see that digital advertising is growing at around like 32% to top like $42 billion in China. And mobile is definitely, a key driver, for the growth. It will grow at around like 39% and 47% in 2016.
So the industry is worth $42 billion?
Yes.
I thought it'd be worth more than that, actually. But anyway.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, and growing at 30% plus, so that's phenomenal.
Yeah, and from my experience, during slow economy, the advertisers will tend to shift, more budget, from traditional media to digital advertising because it's more flexible, in terms of the budget management, and also give advertisers more measurable results.
Exactly, that's what I want to get at. You have ads, quite often when, I'm doing a search on a search engine which will remain nameless and I get the first few results which come on, I don't want to use those because I know they've been paid to put on there. I go down and look further.
Yeah.
So how do you measure the success of ads?
This is actually the design, of programmatic advertising because it gives advertisers more like effective targeting options to target their users, and then for users they can see more relevant ads, so they will improve the overall consumers' experience.
Okay, let's Sammy talk a little bit about what works and what doesn't then.
I think mobile is definitely a trend. When we look at our advertisers' data, 50% of the traffic and conversion is coming, already coming from mobile. Advertisers already realize, this trend, so they have put mobile advertising as an indispensable component in their media mix right now.
I mean, let's take Tencent, M-commerce with Tencent. It has, 200 million bank accounts plus. This is a figure, I think, 2 months old, so it's much bigger than this. So how far ahead is China in terms of M-commerce than elsewhere? And I'm talking about perhaps not elsewhere in the region, but perhaps in more traditional internet markets in Europe and the United States.
When we talk with the brands in China market, I think going e-commerce and m-commerce is the number one priority in 2016 for all these advertisers.
One word, are you going to IPO?
As a CEO of a company, my number one priority is to grow the business, but I won't rule out any of the possibility, including IPO in the